Cancer, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh. This is a reading for the week ahead, a general reading. All the housekeeping stuff is down below if you want to know about reads and decks that I'm using and all that jazz. There is power in you that you need to get some guidance and tutoring on how to channel it. And I don't know if this is like a talent or literally a power, like there's something in you that needs to be encouraged and helped to grow. You need to find the person that's your mentor that you're supposed to be guided by. Yeah, there's a talent or a power, and it's coming across as a power, but there is power in talent. There's something in you that needs to be nurtured and grown because it serves a purpose on a larger scale that you study this. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful power, beautiful talent. It's healing. There's something you're supposed to be healing. Anyway, let's see what we got for Cancer this week. Two of Swords. Making a decision, feeling blocked, an inability. Maybe someone is blocking you, like a competitive, like fear of making a misstep. Two of Swords is also about communication. Swords is communication and information. So by all means, I mean, if you're feeling blocked, maybe you need to kind of step back and get a different perspective on the issue, on the decision between the two things. Like, is there something you're not seeing that is actually a benefit and you've written it as when you write a pro and con list for each of the things and then weigh up the two. I think there's something you've written as a con, which is actually, when you look at it with a slightly different perspective, it's a pro. And that will sway you into one decision. Or something seems really hard, and something there's this. I always hear Dumbledore when I see this card, right? And there comes a time when we have to choose between what is right and what is easy. And I think this is your time between something that's right and something that's easy. There's hard choices to be made right now. You don't have to make this choice alone, though. Because there's two people. Normally it's one person bound up blindfold. There's two people on there. Feel free to use your closest, your person, whoever your person is. That can be romantic, best friend, whatever. There's a choice to be made. And you need a soundboard. A non-judging, safe space soundboard in order to process the two options. Because I think enlightenment comes from having a safe space to communicate this week. Because the outcome matters a lot, actually. Because I think it's about whether you thrive or not. Because right now, you're okay, right? You're surviving. But I think the outcome of this decision could be like, do I carry on as I am? Or do I do this, which might be hard, but I'll thrive by the end of it. Let's see what we got. What else we got? For Cancer. 10 of Cups, yeah, there's joy at the end of that. It's hard work, but look how much happiness it's going to bring. There's support there as well. This may be a decision to cut someone off or set a boundary with someone. And it's going to be hard, right? It's going to be really hard for this to set this with this person and remain strong. And there is someone, definitely, at least one person you have to set a boundary with and like not tolerate their behaviour and be prepared to cut them off if you need to. Be prepared to make that decision because you're surviving right now, but you're not thriving. And I think this person is sucking energy out of you. Whether they know it or not, I don't know. But if you make them aware by setting a boundary and going, this is behaviour, if it doesn't change, I'm gone. If you're with a Scorpio, you need to watch the Scorpio read because I feel like that's tied because the Chariot came through then and I went, oh, this might be a Cancer. And this feels like the other side of that read a little bit. If you're not thriving with them, then it may be a really hard decision to walk away from a relationship that isn't working anymore. Because you've told them what you expect, and if they don't step up to that, that's your boundary, right? If they don't step up to that, then you're prepared to walk away, which will be painful, incredibly hard. But in the long run, you're walking away from someone that doesn't make you happy, right? They're inhibiting your growth. They're making you sad. They're probably detrimental. It's probably quite damaging. By walking away from that with the support of, you've got people around you to help support you in that decision. You could be moving forward to a new person. Do you know what I mean? There could be that better person is out there for you, and you will find them. And look how calm and happy she is. And obviously, she's also got it's cups. This is Cancer's suit, right? We're water babies, and she's a mermaid. She's thriving. She's in her element. She's exactly who she should be. She's her true self. And he may be completely different, but he celebrates who she is and loves her unconditionally. And this person's out there for you. If this is to do with a relationship that isn't serving you, maybe it is time to walk away. Because what's going on right now is triggering all loads of old stuff that's coming to the surface, old anxiety, recurring cycles. You keep going through and around in circles. Like the same triggers come up and it's like, I'm not learning. What is it I'm not learning? And it might be that you're not supposed to be with this person. Or you're not supposed to be in this job, or you're not supposed to be in... You're limited where you are right now. You're confined. You're constricted. You're not happy. You're not in your element. And you're only when you're in your element and your true self are you thriving and enjoying life and abundant and happy. And yeah, there's things coming. And also listen to your dreams. Dreams are really important. Keep a dream journal. You may see common themes, but yeah, this is a decision to cut something out of your life that you may be codependent on rather than interdependent, if that makes sense. And it may be that you're codependent on them because you're not strong enough on your own and you've relied on them for too long, and when actually it doesn't serve you. You need to survive on your own a little bit, or you're supposed to do your own thing on your own path. And there's something coming to the surface this week. Old triggers. You feel like you're going around in circles and spirals and I'm not learning the lesson. I'm not learning. What am I? I'm not learning the lesson. I'm not learning. And every time you go, oh my God, it's happening again. I'm not learning. Why do I not just leave? And you're not leaving because you're scared, because you're codependent on that relationship. You need to step through the fear. You need to do it regardless. You need to do it without that person. Let's see. What else have we got? But yes, this is... Subconsciously, you're going around in circles and repeat. Yeah, judgment. Have you learnt the lesson? That is my tagline for this card. Have you learnt the lesson? And judgment is also about stepping through fear. I believe you're supposed to walk away from something this week, or cut ties with someone, or there's an epiphany moment this week for you, Cancer. You are learning your lesson that where you are right now in the situation that you're on, it needs to change. It cannot continue as it is. You cannot just stay on the easy path anymore. You have to do the hard path. You have to move through fear out of your comfort zone. And because only in our comfort zone there's wind whipping up as I'm saying this, that power needs to come out. There's elemental energy in you. I just feel like you need to take that harder path. When we're outside of our comfort zone, that's where we grow, that's where we learn, that's where we expand. It's like having a kid in a maths class, right? And you put them in, say, the middle class, and they're on the border of the two, right? They're like the top of the middle, so they could be the bottom of the top or the top of the middle, and they stay in the middle class and they stay there, but they're the top, so they've kind of reached their whole potential in that environment, within that area, right? In order for them to expand their knowledge and expand their growth, they need to be put in that top set so that they can be pushed, so that it can expand and gain higher knowledge and better knowledge. And that's kind of what you have to do. Staying in the middle class is the comfort zone, right? Where you are right now, yeah, it's fine. You bumble along, right? You're okay. You're surviving. You're doing all right. You're top of the class. You feel great because you're like, well, this is easy, isn't it? Yeah, it's easy, but you're not growing. You're not expanding. So you go into the harder class and you push yourself and you put yourself, and it's scary to go into that higher, because you're like, I'm not going to be good enough. But you learn something new every single day, and you gain more knowledge, and you get more intelligent, and do you know what I mean? You're gathering information and experiences, and as a result, you end up a better version of yourself because you've pushed yourself. And it's almost like you have to. It's the point where you go, I don't know. Maybe the teacher is you saying to the universe, like, this relationship is the middle class right now and it's not working for me. This job is the middle class right now and it's not working for me. I need to be in the top set. I need to be outside my comfort zone. I need to be pushing myself. I know it's scary, but I'm ready to step through that fear. I think I'm ready to go up to the next class. I'm ready to level up. I'm ready to go and grow and learn deeper knowledge. And it's kind of like you need to do that. Now this is the judgment card, right? This is the teacher. I'm ready. I'm ready to go and learn my lesson. My lesson is that I've learned everything I can in this situation. It's time for me to go somewhere new and learn new things and experience true joy. I'm happy, right? I'm happy-ish, right? But I'm not completely happy. I'm satisfactory, not very, very good. All of those little smiley faces. I'm satisfactory. I'm not very, very good. And yeah, maybe you go through to the other class and it ends up very, very bad. It may go the other way, but I don't think it will do. You're more than capable of handling it. It's about stepping through fear. It's that falling down, that negative. The fear of that is what is holding you back, not your ability. You are more than capable of anything. It's time to level up. It's time to go up to the top set. And I kind of feel like this is it. It's time to walk away from this relationship that isn't helping you grow. You've kind of outgrown each other. And it's time to step out and find something happier or more abundant or joyous or somebody that does see you and lets you be yourself and loves you completely for it. Rather than you making yourself small because you've reached the limit of how you can grow with this person. You know, when a plant gets to a point, you have to repot it. You have to put it in a new pot so that it can get bigger and keep thriving, growing, and you have to change its environment. You have to change the pot it's in. It's time for you to change the pot. This relationship is a pot that you've grown out of. This job is a pot that you've grown out of. This situation, whatever it is, you've grown out of it, you've outgrown it, and that's fine. You just have to let the old pot go. It's not that you dislike the pot or that you hate it or anything. It's just you've outgrown it. It's time to move on to the next phase, next pot. And it's kind of like that's kind of the lesson that this is coming through to tell you. The side things are coming up round and round and round again because you have to learn the lesson. You have to. This is the lesson. It's time to step through the fear and level up. So they can either, and if it's a relationship and you go, it's this or not, at least you're saying to them, they have a choice. They can either step up and make the relationship so that you're growing again, like change the pot, you know, it can look the same, it can be the same pot, but there's room to grow. But they can either go, do you know what? Yeah, actually, I'll make myself a bigger, I don't know. I just feel like the relationship has kind of reached the limit of its potential, that it's not going to grow from here. It's not going to expand. It's not going to get any better. But you have to give them the opportunity, right, to step up. And if they don't set that boundary, step up or I'll walk. And they can either step up or you walk. Do you know what I mean? You have to, but don't be scared to put that there. Be prepared to walk away, because that's the only way that you're going to learn the lesson. The lesson you're learning is boundaries. Have I outgrown this? And it's about you going beyond your own boundaries. That you've set boundaries for yourself, but you've not set boundaries for other people. So you constrain yourself, but not protect your energy from other people. It's time to stop it. It's time to protect your energy so that you can break those boundaries that you've confined yourself in. Because there's so much in you. There's so much in you that's got to come out, and it feels amazing. Like there's proper genuine power, like elemental power in you. But you're just not letting it, you're not growing enough to let it out. Do you know what I mean? You're containing everything small, and it feels restrictive, to be honest. But not in an abusive way, or maybe it may be abusive, but it's not the energy. You need to be out of this pot. I feel like you're a sunflower and you reach the repotting stage and you're reluctant to be potted in case it doesn't work out, but the only thing you can do on the other side is grow. Yeah, anyway, I hope that is of some use to you, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you again on the next weeklies or the monthlies, because it's that week in the month where I have both coming out. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.